live and hype. Commentary, I know you'll like. Steady chasing, wins with Mike. Let's go. Yeah. Steady chasing, wins with Mike.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever time you are watching this, hearing this. I am Mike. This is my boy Derailed. Derailed, my boy. How you doing?
I'm good, my boy. What's good with you? You all right?
Oh man, just living La Vida Loca. I hear in this great state of Texas, flowers, man. Derailed, my boy. What is your plans? What is your plans for this upcoming summer? What you got going on? Before we get right into it, let's just dive into it. What you got going on this summer, Derailed? You gonna pitch you a baseball game in? You wanna, chill out and enjoy some festivities with your family on the 4th of July? Or you just gonna wait and count down the days until we right back at it again with the season of football?
I'm just trying to get the spring break, man. Trying to get the spring period. I haven't even put no thought to the summer yet. I'm just grinding, same old, man. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the fact that we done already made it to March just about. Shoot, seems like the year just started.
I tell you, moving about here, boy. It's about the 3rd month of the year already. Already. And hey, we're going to keep on pushing along. We're going to get started. Without further ado, my boy.
Yes, sir.
So, upcoming boxing event has been announced. Floyd Mayweather coming out of retirement. Manny Pacquiao fighting Las Vegas in the Spear. First time a fight is in the Spear. What's your thought about that? My thought is, I'm going to let you go first.
Well, once again, boxing gives us something that we didn't anticipate. I don't know what's up with these cats, why they still giving us fights that we not hyped up to see. This would have been great to see maybe 20 years ago, but we saw it late when we saw it the first place. And of course, that was on, I think that was Hurricane Harvey night. So having to go through this again and see all these pretty much exhibition fights at this point is getting a little ridiculous. Like, come on, boxing, y'all gotta teach y'all sport. This sport is just too wild, It's like fear factor at this point. Just giving people a chance rather than giving people who's putting in the actual work. I don't even know what to anticipate. Is this a Netflix deal?
I don't think so. I don't think Netflix is covering this one. I didn't, because if it was, Netflix would have been all over it, I believe. I gotta check it out.
We've been seeing it out everywhere. But it's like, man, at this point, you barely know the real contenders out here because you steady seeing recycled fights or David and Goliath situations at this point instead of just seeing, promoting their own sport. That's why UFC kills boxing ratings wise and money wise at this point, just because of the fact that you have to fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit and duck fights. You can't pick and choose who you want to fight. You got to fight the next man up. Because it's based on the organization itself, Dana White and everybody running things. I'm not too hyped to see it. Of course, I'm gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a lover of sports, but I don't know. These cats, is Pacquiao money hungry? Is Floyd going through his money? Like, what's going on? Or is it just opportunities where it's money you just can't pass up? I understand that. If somebody offer you 50 mil at this point, you got to take it. So, other than that, I think it's just the entertainment aspect at this point rather than a true contender competition. We would have loved to see years and years ago.
First of all, I'm glad you said that. We've been waiting on this rematch for 11 years. It's been 11 years. That's how fast time moves. That's how fast the father time don't play.
Move like
this was during Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane
because
Harvey
I
came.
bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then me and my people risked life and limb to go to a fight party knowing damn well we were supposed to be in that house because that storm was bringing this
Yeah, it was.
That started bringing his ass that night. But we still risked life and limb to go see Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. And thank you,
Dog.
Father God, everything worked itself out. Shout out to everybody in Greens Bayou. Greens Bayou by Greens Point. That motherfucker was getting full, boy. We was on our way driving back and it was flooding. And we had to hit that 45. All I kept saying is, Lord, give me on 45. Give me on 45 North and lead me the rest of the way. That's how much we enjoyed Mayweather and his fights. His fights
Yeah, yeah,
was the weekend, bro.
yeah.
That was
Since
his
the beginning.
fights. You know, it was fight party. It was, hey man, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Hey man, we just need one person to order it, and that's all you gotta do, bro.
That's it.
You order the fight, we gonna bring the food. You know, we gonna make a
Yeah,
festivity about it. But it's
yeah.
like it don't hit that hard. So this fight has been 11 years. Netflix is hosting it. Netflix is bringing it. I just looked it up. And it's
Okay.
gonna be on September 19th. It's gonna be a day before my birthday, you know?
Boom.
But I just feel like that, yeah, man, I just feel like that we didn't need this. We wasn't expecting this. Didn't need this. Both of them fighters has been sat down a long time ago, you know. And I
Yeah.
at first I thought it was gonna be a Mike Tyson and Mayweather thing, but that was just a rumor. That was just
Yeah.
clickbait at the
That
time.
one. Okay. I thought he was gonna do both or something. I'm
Yeah, I
about to
think
say.
I was hoping that that was a rumor because I'm like,
Yeah.
ain't no
I don't
way.
want to see Mike out
Ain't
there
no way, bro.
again at
Let's
all.
see, I don't want nobody to see Mike out there, man. So I don't know what's going on in today's boxing, man. Maybe we didn't pass the glory days of boxing. Is that
Pretty
safe to
much.
say that the glory days of boxing is pretty much a wrap? Is over with?
Yeah, man. Look how spaced out the fights are, and Terrence Crawford just stepped it down, so a lot of these boxers, you still got Canelo out there, but he coming off of losses and stuff. So it's like they don't really hype it up no more. It's not a big attention getter anymore. I think, especially with this transition to Netflix, which makes it more accessible for everybody. I think you'll get some good fights, you know what I'm saying, name wise and talent wise, who they're avid boxing fans know these guys, not your people that's just watching for entertainment value and trying to have events. Like, I don't think this Mayweather well, I ain't gonna even I'm not gonna even lie. It's still gonna draw people out to each other's houses to have it. It just give us a reason to have something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
we always love the opportunity to fellowship and have a good time amongst family or friends and whatnot. Yeah, it's safe to say that boxing is far behind these other sports. Of course, we know football dominates without question. But look out, because they got the World Cup coming to Houston
Mhm.
in the United States this year. So that's going to be an event that's going to get a whole lot of attention and focus, because soccer is already the biggest sport in the world, period. It's not as popular here in America, but that's going to draw a lot of interest based on betting. That's going to bring the
Yep.
casuals out. It's going to have
Yep.
everybody's attention on it a little bit more since it's here in the States. So I
Mhm.
think it's safe to say that boxing doesn't have the cachet that it once has, whether it's here in the US or around the world, period. You know what I'm saying? They need a lifeline right about now.
Yeah, they do. I think boxing's been struggling to find their next Mayweather that can
Yeah,
bring that draw, that can bring that weekend.
yeah.
Shakur is he's gaining up there. Tank was supposed to be the next,
Yeah,
and
he was
you know,
doing it.
yeah,
Of course. Yeah.
he was doing it black league troubles and
We know how
everything.
things
My
go.
boy Tank, you know how things go, man. But it's safe to say that we talking now with Ish about this fight, but
Yeah.
we know that
Oh
whenever
yeah.
that fight go down, we gonna watch it. Okay, we gonna watch it, you know, and might even throw a little fight party. But one
Yeah,
thing
you
for
got
sure, and two things for certain, yeah, this time it's gonna be on Netflix. So if you got a Netflix account,
yeah.
which most people do, Shit, you ain't got to pay for this one. You got to do is just sit back. So,
Yeah,
hey,
that gotta be
that's
event
one.
at your house. That's the day before you be there. They gotta go ahead and event
You know,
there.
there you go, Derail. There you go. I forgot about that. There you
Yeah.
go. So yeah, like one thing for sure and two things for certain. You gonna hear the aftermath after it's all over right here on Chasing Wins. Who you think gonna win? Let's put it like that. Who you think gonna win between Mayweather and Pacquiao?
Just style wise, because Pacquiao might not have the power he once had, even though he fought not too long ago. Fought a 30-year-old. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was a draw. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
still gonna rock with Mayweather, of course, man, just because of he probably don't have the speed he had, but they the same age, or if not, I think Pacquiao older. But regardless of that, either one of these fighters in their prime, I'm gonna rock with Mayweather. And I'll be interested to hear about the terms as far as length of rounds and how many rounds it is, how many minutes are they doing per round, and the glove size and the ring size. That could draw a factor into it. But right now, I'm gonna rock with Mayweather.
I'm gonna rock with Mayweather, but old Pacquiao might sneak in one. Yeah,
Hey, you
he
never
putting his
know.
50 and 0 on mine though. This ain't no exhibition. This is an actual fight. So he's
Okay,
putting a
okay.
record on. So
Wow.
let's hey, okay. I believe that
I'm ready to
I,
find
I
out.
we gonna mess around and find out. I believe that Mayweather really don't care about that record. I'm gonna keep it
Don't
real with
matter at this point.
you. It don't matter at this point.
Don't even count.
The way it goes is 50 and 0,
Yeah, it was
51
huge.
and 0, or
Yeah.
50 and 1. It don't
Yeah.
matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. He's still gonna walk away with a, with a tons of money. I would love to know how much they're gonna get paid for it though. Real talk.
That's true. No doubt about it.
We just, it ain't gonna be cheap. Real
Nah,
talk. So
nah. Seeing
you know
with it being Netflix, you know it's not gonna be cheap.
now, Netflix coming up. Them undercard fights be the ones that everybody really
That's
like
gonna
to
be what
see.
it is.
They be
Yeah,
more challenging. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Than the
I
actual.
I would like
Yeah,
to for them to show some attention to these females. Like a Allison Baumgartner. I would love to see her out there. Repping Texas and whatnot. The girl got them hands, so hopefully it's enough time to get her on one of them undercards.
that's right. But we just gonna have to wait and find out. Hey man, Derail brother, I like to
Yes,
try
sir.
something new today,
What you got there?
tonight, this evening, this morning. So we're gonna break this down, bro. We're gonna break down on what quarterbacks need to have a quick vacation. They don't need to rest too long. Hey, get back to work.
Oh wow, man, that's
So
easy.
this is yeah, it's pretty much easy. So Josh Allen, you don't need to have a long vacation. Dak Prescott, you don't need to have a long vacation. Matthew Stafford, you can chill out. Uh, who Justin Herbert, you need to have a short vacation. Jared Goff, you need to have a short vacation. Trevor Lawrence, I believe you all right. Daniel Jones, you need to have a short vacation.
Nah, he can't. Hey, he coming up that ACL tear.
Yeah, you need. But when you come back
Man,
to
that
work,
man out there limping. I already played on
shit,
broken cracked foot or something.
you need to
Or the
get to
broken
work.
leg. I think it
Joe
was broken
Burrow,
leg. Joe Burrow
he
need
got
to
a broken
show.
leg.
Well, nah, nah,
Yeah, you
nah,
need to.
nah. He had talking about what you call it. Daniel Jones. Remember he was playing on a broken leg and then he ended up tearing an Achilles. So he definitely needs to rest.
Yeah, you need to rest, big dog. But my hats out to you, Joe Burrow. This is really tricky. Joe, you really don't need to get off your vacation, but you need to talk to them people up there in the Bengals office and tell them that they need to get off their vacation.
Yeah.
That's
They
that's
need to
weird.
be at the draft right at the combine right now. That's where they need to be.
They need to be at somebody's house right now, knocking. They know somebody mama house. Let me sit down and have a conversation with y'all real quick. They need to be
Yeah.
at somebody's dorm. They need to be at somebody's house getting things together for that draft because man, year 6, he only played 8 games. He had a good QB percentage. But man, Joe ain't gonna be there too long for y'all Bengals. Y'all gonna have to get that together.
Man,
Y'all gonna have to get it together, boy.
no
So
lie.
Joe, I don't tell you, Joe, you don't need to have no long vacation. Well, you can have a long vacation, but not too long. I think you need to get on that phone.
Yeah.
Big moving some shit around. Work them numbers. Jordan Love. I believe you good. You can sit down for a little while. Patrick Mahomes, you hurt. We understand. And then I'm going to round it off. Oh, I almost forgot about this one. Lamar Jackson. Brother, you need to have a very short vacation. I'm talking about you need to go to Cabo for 2 weeks. Actually, you can't go to Cabo right now. Mexico acting a donkey. You need
Boy.
to go to Canada, okay? Then come back 2 weeks. Hey, you get 2 weeks vacation. You know how like when your boss will tell you, hey, can I take these days off? Let me
Yeah.
see what I can do.
Yeah.
I can give you a week. That's all I
Man.
can give you.
Ain't gonna give
You
you
gotta
all your
come right back
time.
to work.
Boy.
That's Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, yeah, brother. You need to have a very short vacation. And I'm around this off by saying, and the facts is the facts. People, please don't kill me, shoot me. CJ Stroud.
No doubt.
Boy, you ain't even got PTO time.
Yeah.
You ain't got no PTO time.
He ain't got no
I don't know what to
time.
tell you. He
Oh,
ain't
he
got
say
no
he ain't
time to
got
take
no
no vacation.
PTO. Damn.
Uh-uh. You ain't
You
got no
get your
personal
ass
time.
in.
You ain't got no vacation time. You ain't got shit.
Dang. Well, on lock. Back to it, brother. Go
Yeah, bro, you
time.
gotta get back to it. You ain't got nothing working for you. You might as well just cancel them vacation plans. Hey man, that's all I got. Was I accurate or was I wrong in that? Or was you paying attention? Did you keep
You,
up? Which ones that stood
you.
out in front of you, derailed out to me?
I know one missing. Baker
Was that?
Mayfield was missing. He need to have a short
Yeah,
vacation. Yeah, he
yeah,
definitely
he was.
do. Let me think
Yeah,
of
he
who
was.
else. Well, Bonet's got to work. He can't. New Orleans, period. Need to have a short vacation.
The whole staff.
Yeah. Tennessee, whole organization. You know what I'm saying? Arizona, Kyler Murray. But we don't know what's gonna happen with him. But he definitely need to. He need to be working. Period. Working on his
He
game.
has no vacation time. He has no vacation time.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, definitely. Those guys definitely need to be brought into the discussion.
He-
I would say, you say, I think Jordan Love need to have a short vacation too, because
Really?
they got some, yeah, man, they got some things they need to figure out. Because it's gonna be a lot on them next year. Michael Parsons is supposed to be a big contributor. He coming off that ACL. Jordan Love, it's time to put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? So he can't even let Chicago take the division from him. You know, this supposed to be his opportunity, his turn to win. So it's time to put up a shut up. You know what I'm saying? He been in the league a good little hot second now. So if he wants to be, he can't have Jared Goff having a short vacation and Jordan Love not having one too. So we not even gonna bring up the boys in purple. So we know these two
Mm.
teams as well as who's the fourth team in that division? Detroit, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Who else they got in that division,
That,
man? Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago. So, hold on.
yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So, I mean, it's a lot of work that Green Bay has some expectations on them. Went home earlier than a lot of people anticipated them going. So it's time for them to step it up and really show what Green Bay is about.
Yep. Yeah, and I agree with you. Cause it's not about his play. It's about what's coming up down that pipeline. I believe he did great. Well, not great, but I believe he did pretty good. But you also right. You let Chicago bypass you. That game was man. Uh,
Yeah.
you didn't put enough points on the board to keep Caleb Williams and the Bears off the game. But one person I did forget. Tua.
All right.
Tua Tagovailoa, my boy, he need to have a short vacation. That's for sure. Wherever you gonna go, you might stay at now. Miami ain't gonna keep you, but you need to have a very, very short vacation. I believe
Yeah.
that this is probably gonna be might be his last go around the starter. The
Yeah,
way how it's shaping up.
It depends on where he attached to. If they wherever he goes, they gonna believe in him. So he got a lot to prove. A lot, a lot, a lot. So not only do he have to stay command the team and be a leader, he also gotta remain healthy, which is kind of like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say it's out of his hands, but it kind of is in his hands too to get off the ball and avoid being sacked and taking those unnecessary hits to where he end up hitting his head on the ground and these different concussions he's had. Shout out to
Right.
him. He got his money at the end of the day, got what he could. You never know, this second team could revive him or it could send him into a situation where he ends up being a backup. This will be his opportunity. I think wherever he goes, they're gonna give him an opportunity to be a starter. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Only one could hope. Only one could hope. But what about your boy? See, I'm not biased. I tell you straight up, we don't have no quarterback that we can say go on
He
vacation. I'm
got
gonna
a
tell you that.
lot. Yeah, Jalen's working right
We
now. Like, ain't no vacation. He working right. He made the little commercial with Tiana Taylor. You know, shout out to her doing the little Jordan ad. But yeah, man, yeah. The whole organization, the coach, everybody is working right now. Ain't no we out of vacation time too, man. So we went home in the
yeah,
first
everybody.
round to a San Francisco
Yeah,
team that Seattle ran through. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. A lot.
we got a lot of payments that we gotta pay. We can't take payments. We can't take no
Yeah, no,
time off
no
right now.
wolf ticket. Yeah,
Yeah, no, and with us, hey man, we ain't even got a quarterback that we can send on vacation. Short, long, don't matter. We got one quarterback that we are good. Me personally, we don't need to have a ceremonial old man at the job. You got that
yeah.
old man at the job. Everybody look over. He the one that take the long breaks. He the one that don't want to come back on time. He the one that
Uh,
have days off. He's the slowest person in the warehouse, but you gotta go help so you can go home. That's old Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, we love you, brother. But on the
man.
behalf of the Steeler Nation, I believe I speak for, your services is not needed this
Oh
season
wow,
or the next.
wow,
Thank you.
wow.
No. Yes, wow. We
You
don't
done
need them.
closed the
We don't
chapter
need them.
on Brett Favre on Aaron Rodgers.
Because,
Dang.
brother, we need to take the Band-Aid off, dog. We
Yeah,
got
yeah,
to. We
yeah.
gotta go. We gotta go through them bad, bad, bad years in order
I
for it
agree.
to grow. And we've been ducking this smoke for a very
Yeah.
long time. And we got to go through it.
Yes,
Got to.
sir.
If
Got
not,
to.
we gonna be one and done every playoffs. And then somehow, some way, we can slide through the first round, but we're gonna get beat out the second round.
Second
We gotta
round.
find something
Wow.
that can be sustainable. So
Yeah,
we
I
gotta go
agree.
with this. And it just
I
is
agree.
what the hell it is. So
Yes, sir.
all them people that we did a fair analysis of the ones that need to get back to work and the ones that all right. That's the end of the discussion. We're gonna close that chapter. All right, my boy. How basketball for you, my boy? You
Basketball
excited
actually
or
getting.
none?
No, I'm excited. This is the time where it's the great time to start watching if you haven't really just been tuned in. This is a great point where teams really start fighting, trying to jock for position and set the tone where they want to be
Mm,
playoff wise, you know what I'm saying? So we've already had the All-Star break. We don't have it anymore. NFL, baseball just starting training camp up. So this is the point where it's time. It's something to watch now. If you don't have anything to watch, this NBA is kind of hot right now. I'm just old fashioned. I don't tune in the way I used to. I'm a lot of highlight guys now because I can't stay up that late and a lot of
yeah,
all these channel switching, not even channel
channel
but
switch,
app switching. I'm tired of
app
flipping the
switch.
Prime and flipping the Peacock. Cause bro, I just want to flip through the channels on the regular cable or whatnot. But man, other than that, I watch the hot games and I keep tabs on the Rockets all day. That's the squad. But it's interesting because you got the East that's kind of wide open right now. A lot of people thought that New York was going to just take hold of it, but of course they did a coaching change during the off season, so that I think that's kind of
Right.
adjusting them. So it wasn't the takeoff plan that everybody thought that it was going to be. Boston hasn't too much fallen off from where they were expected with Jason Tatum being down. Jaylen Brown is in MVP consideration, so he's taken off of them. So the East is kind of wide open. Detroit has taken hold of first place and is a team that, yeah, bro, they strong, they physical. Shout out to JB Bickerstaff, had a run with the Rockets, didn't go too well with James Harden, but I'm glad. And then he did his thing in Cleveland, and they hated on him and got him up out of there, and they haven't been better since. Even though they made some changes to their team by adding James Harden, who unfortunately went out this week with a thumb fracture on his non-shooting hand. So the East is real interesting. The West is it could be a fight because you got OKC was leading most of this season, the defending champs, but Shea Gilgeous has been out. They've been playing real strong, but San Antonio with Wemby, Castle, and them boys, they are fighting and they are great. If you're not watching any basketball, take out the time to watch the San Antonio Spurs, and trust me, you're gonna see something you
Man.
never seen before with this Wemby, and you're gonna see a hard fighting team that's young and scrappy. And I mean, they win games you don't anticipate them winning. So the NBA is very, very interesting and kind of hot right now. So that's pretty much my take on it. If I had to, it's an interesting MVP race, but if I had to pick an MVP right now, probably would rock with. At first, I was rocking with your boy Joker. I was rocking with him because I ain't never seen nobody lead the league in rebounds and assists. So that's history right there. But he missed a lot of games. And I know he got one more game to miss before he can't be eligible for postseason awards. And I had Shea up there too before his injury. But man, I'm getting captivated by Cade Cunningham with this whole Detroit situation and how much he impacts the game. So right now, man, my MVP and honorable mention to Jaylen Brown and Brunson, the way they carry their teams. But I think nobody expected Detroit to do anything other
Nobody.
than probably,
Nobody.
oh, they probably gonna make the playoffs again, maybe be a 3 through 16, but for them to be leading the East in record, and for them to have just the way they win games and dominate other teams, I think Kate Cunningham is the MVP.
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
And man, the NBA don't get started heating up until
yeah,
towards them playoffs. Towards them playoffs, that's when the NBA start doing their thing. And the Rockets right now is number 3 in the West. San Antonio's number 2, and of course, OKC is number 1. The Rockets, to me, in they first start, I was expecting more, but they are hanging in there,
yeah,
and they are one of those teams that need to be respected in the West. We need a point guard,
yeah, and
and
then point guard bad.
other than that, I see us getting in the playoffs. Of course, we're gonna go in the playoffs. I see us coming out in the first round, but
Oh, yeah,
I didn't. When we got Kevin Durant, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get this title, and I
yeah,
still believe that we have a chance to compete. But this ain't no knock against the Rockets. Look at them goddamn Spurs. Shit, they looking bad
yeah,
in a good way.
yeah,
Look like
yeah.
nobody
That's
don't want to really mess with them right now.
That's definitely two teams we can't full power with San Antonio and OKC. I don't see the Rockets being able to beat neither one of them teams. I think San Antonio probably gonna come close, but I think right now the Rockets have put too much on Durant, and you're playing them way more and relying on them a lot more because of the situation of not having a point guard. They didn't do themselves any favors by not adding one after the trading deadline to free agency or even making a trade prior to the deadline. So I don't know what they expect to do because offensively they get stagnant at times. It's a lot of one person holding the ball trying to take the whole other team situations, and the ball doesn't flow and move the way it needs to. That's why a lot of times they might be leading the game by 18 points and they give up that lead in the fourth quarter, and you see them
Seen
lose a
it.
lot of games like that. Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
you rely when Durant come out the game, you don't have nobody creating offense, and they got a man trying to be a point guard. You got flashes from Reed Shepherd, who's really just he's a hard playing guy who gives you some great offense and great shooting, but it's times he gets lost on the defensive end because of a dominant situation, or you might see him be off that night. So you don't have any other source that can create for these other players. Dorian Finney-Smith ain't giving you jack. They thought he was gonna be a big
Yeah.
contributor. Tari Eason plays well. Jabari has his doesn't give you anything sometimes. So it's like he's inconsistent. So man, what
Uh-huh.
that tells me is once they get in the playoffs, you're gonna have inconsistent situations because you got teams with depth.
That's right.
If you look at OKC, they still been winning even without Shea. So it's like they play defense, they play hard, and they move the ball. Same thing with the San Antonio squad. They move the ball with a hell of a factor and threat. And I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't be shocked with a Minnesota team. We probably would have a hard time with them too. It's just like some teams, man, when they got two or three offensive factors as players,
It's
it's kind
hard.
of hard for the
It's
Rockets.
hard.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
other than Durant and sometimes Sengun, those are your only two guys that's creating consistent offense. And, a man can't shoot, to save his life half the time unless he's just hot. But he shies away from shooting threes and shooting long range shots and just looks to get to the goal a lot of times. But that's pretty much, man. I don't see us making it to the chip this year. That Van Fleet missing piece is huge. It has really hurt them this season. So
Yeah,
I
it
don't know what
is.
they anticipate waiting on next year. You're not when you go get Kevin Durant, you don't put yourself in a situation where you're saying, man, well, maybe next year,
We
maybe
gonna
next
wait till
year.
next year.
This man ain't getting no younger. Injuries come about the older you get, you know what I'm saying? So Van Fleet will be a major factor next year, but I think I wouldn't have gave this as a throwaway year. And anything can happen to these other teams injury wise, but if they're like I said, if they healthy, that the Rockets not going to the finals. I want them to though. I
This
ain't
is
gonna even
fact.
lie. I'm be celebrating like,
Yeah,
but
we all do it.
yeah, but
Everybody
I'm
want the rock.
like I'm a real one. I'm gonna be real about it, bro.
That's what we do here. We got to
Yes,
be
sir.
real about it. So man,
Got
we
to
just gonna
be
shape it up. Got to be real. Got to be more careful.
real.
So man, we about to end the show, but on a very serious note, I just want to spread when these situations happen. First of all, let me start off. R.I.P. to Randall Moore, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. Self-inflicted gunshot wound. We all know what that means. Don't need to spell it out, but uh, man, when things like this happen, I like to always, remind people to take care of your mental health. It's very important. And as men and women, we have to find ways to find that person or find something where you can find someone, to talk to. And cause life is important. Life is very important. And young man was 25, well, I'm sorry, 26 years old, and it's a lot of pressure on these NFL players. We get on this show every day. Well, not every day, but when we do link up, my boy Derailed, we talk about players from NBA, baseball, football, soccer, whatever. At the end of the day, they are human beings. They have families, have feelings, have emotions, have all that. Shout out to all of the men and women that's in sports right now because we wouldn't have nothing to talk about if it wasn't for them. And it's a lot of pressure to perform. And don't know what was going on in this young man's life, but I just would like for all men, old, young, women too, all the way across the board, bro, go talk to someone. Go sit down and have a conversation. Go get you things that could help along the way. Man, then also too, the people that you love, man, go check on your people, man. Like if you ain't heard nothing from somebody in a long time or you know somebody that's going through something, man, just say, hey, bro, you good. And then once you go in the depth and say, bro, you good, go even further. Man, did you eat today?
Mm.
Did you did you do that doctor's appointment that you've been talking about? Hey man, how's your family doing? Or just go right into it. How's your mental health doing? We always be asking, hey bro, how your family doing? How this doing? How that? We skip over, we don't ask that because that mental health is very separate from physical health. Trust me, it is. So I just encourage all the listeners, man, you done tuned in, watch the show. We appreciate y'all and just spread the awareness around, man. Have these conversations with your people, man, or you may be one where you're going to have a conversation with yourself and go find someone, that can help you along the way. That's all I wanted to say about that. That's it. Yes, sir. So, what, Derail?
No, I was
You
gonna
got
say I
something to say? Go
definitely
ahead.
I was gonna piggyback off you, yeah, man. You definitely hit it on the nail, man. Whether it be taking care of yourself or checking on others, man. It's the right thing to do, man. Just, making sure that we are able to handle the challenges of life. I know it might seem difficult at times, and sometimes you gotta just tap out, man. I don't know what the young man was dealing with, but I can imagine the pressures of being a young millionaire, or a young player that's trying to make his mark in the league and trying to hold on to an opportunity. So you never know. I always say, it don't matter if you got money in the bank or you broke. We all deal with issues. Whether you go to church or you don't go to church, we all have some type of struggle we're dealing with, and it's up to us to figure out a way to get through these things and looking to ultimately our faith and holding on to that and fighting through things and finding a way to seek the guidance and help that you need. So definitely RIP to that young man and his family and anybody else out there dealing with a situation such as that.
Anybody else that's out there that's dealing with a battle that everybody don't know? It's just a silent battle that you're dealing with. That be the strongest ones because you just don't know. People wake up with a smile on their face and they just go.
Yes,
But
sir.
shout out to everybody that's going through that. And shout out to all of the listeners, all of the people that's watching, all of the people that's tuning in, all the people that's commenting, even you commenters that hate. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and Derail's heart. I am Mike. This is my boy Derail, and you just got through chasing wins with Mike and Derail. Peace out.
Peace out.